All right.
Let's look at the results. Those countries that don't have traditions, are they not better? Are you not going to beg them for food? Please, 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 please. Let's even imagine that as this Africa bad, all of us sit down inside, we say we buy there. You are running to Canada. I'm sure that I'm sure it's in a foreign country talking about African traditions. Sit down in Africa and fix the traditions. What have your traditions done for you? The Chinese are atheists.
All right, so let's talk about this. This guy right here, his name is Daddy Freeze. Let me introduce you to Daddy Freeze. I'm a fan of Daddy Freeze. Okay, I'll tell you. As far back as my wife and I started our first channel, 2009, right? And at that time, we discussed more so entertainment. I'm a content creator to the core. Like, I've lost channels and stuff like that. I've started all over again and over again. And the only reason why you're able to start over and over again is because, you know, this is just who you are. So I appreciate that. But anyway, let's talk about this for a second. Let's talk about Daddy Freeze. His name is Daddy Freeze. He's a legendary on-air personality, OAP. On-air personality means a radio talk show host. Not TV. I'm not sure if it was ever on a TV show. But basically, in recent times, he preaches from the Bible, and you know, kicks against the tithing and all this kind of Asian stuff. But also like a Bible scholar. Like, he's one of the best Bible scholars that I know. Not particularly because I agree with his interpretations, but he's a scholar. Like, he's studying this stuff, right? So back then, when we started that channel, we would end up at an entertainment event in New York City. My wife and I, he gave us a drop, and we used that drop for years. I was actually trying to look for it, but I don't know what that is. You know, it's a long time ago. But what is he talking about here? You know, he suggested a second husband. That's gonna be my next video. We're gonna talk about that in the next segment here. He suggested a matter of second husband, right? Because this guy, I'm gonna show you. Let me share my screen with you so we can talk about this. Bring you up to speed with it. Bring you up to speed with this. Let's see. This guy, Yul Edochie. I did a video about him, but on the Clips channel, so you may want to check that out. We have two channels, just so you know. We have 700 plus subscribers now, but this one has only 350. The other one actually blew past this. It's about 400 plus or so. But let me go ahead and share this with you. Share the screen with you. There you go. Boom. There you go. So let's talk about this. Let me introduce you, ladies and gentlemen, my American friends. Let me introduce you some stars in Africa. These are African superstars, just so you know. But I'm going to bring you up to speed with what's going on with them, what that has to do with manhood, relationships, polygamy. You know, we all want to run to Africa, to Thailand, and go do polygamy because that will solve all of our relationship problems, right? We all fantasize about that. Not me, but when I say we, you know what we mean, right? But anyway, so here we go. This guy right here, his name is Yul Edochie. Yul Edochie. This guy right here. There you go. That's him right there, Yul Edochie. So over the past week or so, he came out and basically put his baby's picture on the internet and say, hey, congratulations. Let me actually find him on Instagram. Let's go to Instagram. Go look that up directly on Instagram, right? So he actually said, let me introduce my son to the world, right? This him right here. Is that video here? There you go. This one right here. All right. So this, okay, let me see. Yeah. So he says, it's time for the world to meet my son. His name is Star DK Munachimso Yul Edochie, right? That's his name, Yul Edochie. Born by my second wife. So everybody knew that he was married, you know, and this is the lady right here. She's an actress as well. she's gonna become a superstar now. I didn't know her, but she's apparently an actress. My wife is familiar with them, and she knew who she was. So apparently, she's now the second wife to this man. So of course, the whole and these are sizable books. They're minimum 200 pages. You can download them absolutely for free by simply going to, for example, this one. You just go to getmymarriageback.com, smartrealestatewholesaling.com, realestatemoneysecrets.com. So yes, I am a 3 times author. Those books are out there for your consumption, and they are also available everywhere on Amazon, anywhere that you pick up books. So in case you prefer a physical book like that. Internet went crazy. He broke the internet. Second wife. You know, a lot of men that's been fantasizing about having a second wife. You know, usually it's people that are not happy in their marriage that fantasize about this, or young men that have trouble with relationship with women. But let's be frank. I'm not that because I'm holy. It's because I'm socialized in a certain way. Like I always say, no one should be putting themselves at any kind of pedestal. We're all human beings, okay? But anyway, somebody pulled it off. But then there were speculations that came out and said, okay, it looks like this guy impregnated a side chick and then flipped it, because it's allowed in that society in Nigeria, and tried to flip it to flipped it to a second wife. You're allowed to do that. But there's also laws in Nigeria, because they adopted the Western laws, that he could end up 7 years in jail if he actually legally married the first wife. But that's beside. And that's what Daddy Freeze was talking about. Okay. So that's what this gentleman was talking about. Him.
Let's look at the results. Those countries that don't have traditions, are they not?
So he's talked. So people will say, Daddy Freeze, this guy that you're looking at, is more so westernized in his ideologies, more so than tradition. And people were coming in his comment and were saying things like, "Is our tradition is allowed in our tradition," and stuff like that. And he's saying, and that's what he was talking about. And then he basically spazzed out on these people. I'll play the first video for you on the next segment. He spazzed out on these people and said, "What are you talking about tradition?" He's basically talking for women here. And I partially agree with him. I think culture is a powerful thing, and you can't just throw it away. The culture and tradition of a certain group of people is a powerful thing, and the idea of throwing it away doesn't work either. But I agree that yes, women need a little bit more advocate from men in terms of equity, not equality within the romantic context. That's bullshit. That would never happen. Romantic relationships is always at any point in time going to feel like it's one side bigger than the other, and then within certain topics and certain areas of life, financially one person may be higher, and spiritually one person may be higher. It's too many moving variables. So asking for equality in an emotional relationship is just stupid. It doesn't make any sense. Okay, what you're looking for is sexual polarity. What you're looking for is polarity, somebody that complements you, not equality. Equality is stupid in romantic relationship. But in the society at large, when it comes to workplaces and stuff like that, that's why some people say it's not equality, it's equity. Absolutely. If somebody is a human being, equity is required. It's best for all of us, right? At the end of the day. And you have to learn how to separate the two. All right, so that's what he's talking about. So let me play that video again so it can maybe make sense. He's speaking some Yoruba in it and stuff like that, but he's cursing the people that are advocating for tradition and culture out. We need a balance. It's neither one nor the two.
Better. Are you not going to beg them for food? Please.
So he's saying if you go adopt Western and you're cursing Western ideologies out, are you still not going to beg them for food? Like all the food aids and all this kind of stuff that American ships out to different third world countries around the world. That's real. You're not going to discard that or discount that and then claim that you want your tradition. Like, come on, you have to pick one or the other if you're going to be all anal about any side. Okay?
Please. Let's even imagine that as this Africa bad, all of us sit down inside, we say we buy there. You are running to Canada. I'm sure that
So now, for those, I play this for you FBAs, you have a tradition, quote unquote, African man, right? He's mixed with a white woman from Romania. He's mixed with a Nigerian. So an African man basically saying, go back to your damn country and fix it. So he's also saying it's not just Americans or American FBAs that say that. It's not just so you know, okay?
I'm sure he's in a foreign country talking about African traditions. Sit down in Africa.
Afofundidire means dumb.
Can fix the traditions.
The algorithms can't pick up this curse words, so it's okay. Saloton means all of you have run away. That means from your own country to Canada, to America, to Western world, right? A lot of people that are commenting that they want tradition are people that have run away from their countries. These are real things. We can't cap about this. So when Tariq Nasheed is talking about it, there's some truth to it. There's also some divisive thing to it. But it's okay. We will all survive.
What have your traditions done for you? The Chinese are atheists.